This is Global Public News. I'm Ian Williamson. Paris police report that they have seized several crates of small arms in a raid on a separatist group. The police say they were tipped off by an anonymous caller reporting the dangerous stockpile. 23 were arrested on the scene. Onlookers were stunned when a street preacher was interrupted mid-rant by the appearance of the goddess Artemis, who decreed him a false prophet and struck him dead on the spot before returning to Olympus. Artemis, a goddess of the hunt and childbirth, did not explain her action, but a bystander who was familiar with the preacher said that, though he never said anything against the goddess, he often mansplained. Artemis has not responded to prayers for comment. As many as 200 athletes and staff are disqualified from this year's Olympic Summer Games as allegations of magically enhanced footwear were confirmed by leaked footage of Elven marathoner Enrique Lethrowinus completing a 26.2-mile marathon in just under an hour during a training run. The International Olympic Committee stated that these athletes were not disqualified from the off-year Enhanced Olympics, where they were welcome to compete against other magically and cybernetically enhanced athletes. In Bristol, England, a firefight between adventurers and military personnel ended in 16 casualties. The adventurers claim rats used sophisticated military deception techniques to cause the fratricide incident. Military sources have not as yet commented. The scheduled Unity rally outside the Paris Hyperloop station celebrates togetherness and progress. The choice of the station as the venue is deliberate, according to Stéphane Gaumont, one of the organizers and speakers. Gaumont said the Paris-Barcelona Hyperloop, constructed in part by dwarves, shows what the people of Europe can achieve together. Officials say they have increased the security for the rally despite recent arrests of separatist activists. The security chief of the event stated that, though the worst may be over, it is better to be safe than sorry. This has been Global Public News.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Code 2050 episode 6 Reno. Oh yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful morning, day, evening, whatever it may be for you. But we are here. I'm excited. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
Good.
Glad to be here.
I'm very excited. There was a lot of stuff that went down last episode. But before we get into that, we just like to cover all the things, and I will get through that really quickly so we can toss it over to Kyo. But I am joined by the wonderful Random Tuesday, Tempo, and of course our GM, Kyo. So I just want to do a quick round of intros there. And I'm Margaret, if you guys don't know me as well. And we are on episode 6 of this, and if you guys want to help support us and you're enjoying what we're doing here and you want to see us continue along our journey and see what kind of mischief we can all get up to, you can support us in a variety of ways. The best way to support us is over at Patreon, patreon.com/Roll4It, where you also get a ton of awesome rewards for helping support us, and it allows us to pay our lovely cast, feed their cats, and in Kyo's case, rabbits. He posted photos of his rabbits on the Discord. They're so cute.
Little buns?
Really floppy ears.
I have a video I should post in there for you guys. It's him just running around with the little measuring spoon that we use for his pellets.
He's holding on to it? Like running around with it?
Yeah, like he had it in his mouth and he's just hopping around the bedroom with it.
Oh my gosh, yes. We need awesome. More like rabbit video and footage, but yes, thank you. So if you want to check that out, if you're a Patreon, you can also get access to that stuff, or you can subscribe on Twitch right here and you get a plethora of emotes. We have some more coming on along the way. Our artist is working on them. I'd like to just make fun of the LeMayo one because of Lauren.
Oh, she's never gonna you're never gonna let her live that down.
I'm never gonna let her live it down. It's gonna be immortalized in an emote. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I feel
a little
like
personally attacked right
No,
now.
I'm just kidding.
You know? That LeMayo.
But yeah, we have some emotes coming along the way, and thanks to your guys' support, we'll continue to hopefully have more. And then as a Twitch subscriber, you also get access to our Discord, which you can check out some of the cool stuff and see rabbit photos and videos that Kyo posts. Along with a bunch of other things depending on your status on our Patreon as well. That's the monetization ways you can support us. If you can't support us in that way, we completely understand. And honestly, the best way to support us otherwise is just really watching our content. Watching our content and sharing it with your friends, sharing it with your mom, sharing it with your cat, sharing it with your rabbits. Just, you know, make it a family occasion where everybody just comes and watches the show every Tuesday night, you know, or Wednesday morning if you're in a different time zone.
Right.
But I think that's it for all of the things here. We'll have the video up on YouTube within 24 hours, and you guys can subscribe on YouTube if you guys want to see the rest of our content. We have hours and hours and hours of content if you need more role play stuff in your life. And I know a couple of us have been on other shows as well, so we're just like, it's a lot of RP action if you're into that, which I'm assuming you are if you're here. So without further ado, since we only have a 2-hour session, I would like to throw it over to Kyo because I'm excited to see what happens. There was kissing last episode, and you know.
Hot damn!
Ziggy doesn't know. Ziggy doesn't know. That's why Lauren's like, she wasn't there. Kyo, give us the recap and bring us into this episode.
All right. So during the last episode, you guys managed to infiltrate a separatist hideout. Find out what their plans were for the Unity rally, and then successfully exfiltrate without drawing too much attention to yourselves. Ruby gave you a little bit of a hand getting out, but you guys did manage to make it, and I think you guys have a call scheduled with her in the morning. But other than that, you guys are up on a roof, and I will turn it over to you. What's the plan?
We were still waiting to hear back from What's-His-Butt with his translation.
Yeah, also I think we had agreed last episode that Ziggy would probably like parkour her way back to safety. And then Tempo and I would probably have to like pretend that we're just getting tea at a cafe and wait for like things to cool down so we could make our way out. So that'd probably be...
that sounds like a plan then. There is rooftop access here. You guys are going to be able to get down without a problem. Fortunately, this building still has fire escapes.
I hope so.
What sort of horrible dystopian fire code doesn't have fire escape?
No, I did learn a little bit of parkour, you know?
The previous building we were in didn't, right? Because it was like a rundown thing.
It's like broken.
The theater was all dilapidated and busted up.
Yeah.
It had seen better days.
Okay.
Ziggy, you're going to be able to make that jump no problem, especially with your ring.
I mean, I think I'm planning on taking rooftops on my way back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the part of Paris that you guys are in, exactly. The part of Paris that you're in is just lots and lots of, I guess the most similar thing would be like row homes, almost, or like townhomes, just placed right next to each other.
I've played Assassin's Creed. I know how to do it.
Come on.
Exactly. You can make those jumps no problem, making your way back through the city. And eventually you'll be able to find a bridge to make it back without having to make your way through a police blockade. So what are you going to do while you're waiting for...
Sorry, things got broke. Don't mind me, guys.
Oh, no.
I don't know why, but it like all moved. Sorry. Everything's fine. Go on, Kyo.
Okay.
But if you're wondering why chat was freaking out, it's because it moved. Sorry.
So Ziggy, what are you going... did you want to do anything in particular while you're waiting for your friends to show back up, or are you just going to make your way back to the hotel and...
I mean, I think she'll stop for a snack.
Okay.
Wait, I was gonna say, when we talk to this is like before, preface everything. When we talk to homegirl, you know, why did I forget her name? The
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby.
Detective Yotel.
Yeah. Was she talking to us on the roof, or we had already gone down?
I assume.
Oh, because she.
So she called Ziggy's cell phone.
Oh, yeah. Got you.
And Ziggy was like, "Oh, hello. You look lovely."
Yep. Hello. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I thought she like came in flying on a drone, like, "You guys effed up. Like, what are you doing?"
I mean, I could see that.
In a dress.
Yeah, Ziggy definitely complimented her on her dress.
Yep. She had a beautiful dress. It was
gorgeous. She looked great in it.
Cool.
I mean, Ziggy's not like a massive planner. She tends to just sort of fly by the seat of her pants. So I think she'll probably just chill out and wait until the others show up.
Okay.
She got some ice cream.
Nice.
She's just like sitting in the window.
Falls. Nope. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure she didn't climb up the stairs. She just climbed up the outside of the building and is just like sitting in the window at the hotel.
So if that's the case, then Felicity and Jameer, you guys are planning on finding a cafe. Would you like to have any conversation while you're waiting, or are you?
Look at Kyo's face. He's like,
He's
like to
like,
have a conversation.
you can see his hands rubbing without even seeing his hands. Ooh.
I'm sure we'd chat. I feel like Jameer's a very chatty person. Although you were really nervous earlier, so maybe you wouldn't be chatty.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like, at first, just we're descending down, perhaps. I'm saying on our way as we head over to find a shop. That's it. Oh, well, I was really more thinking of maybe a place I can at least grab a drink after our little escapade back there, you know? The theater, right?
Well, I'm sure we could find some place to get a drink.
Do you think any of the shops?
Bar or something near where we are at all?
I'd prefer a bar.
How drunk are you guys gonna get now?
I don't know.
How sloppy are these makeouts gonna be? I mean, wait, what?
Yeah, there's plenty of there's a pretty lively local bar scene. A lot of the theater professionals frequent a lot of them, and the theater goers also frequent a lot of them. So there's plenty of places that you guys can grab a drink.
Okay, so we're gonna go to one of these local bars and grab a drink.
Just one drink, though. You know, that's all I need.
Yep, that's how it all starts.
It's always just one drink.
Well, it's been a long day, you know, and it is good to celebrate our successes of, well, I don't want to really call it a success, but it is at least progress.
Well, at least we found them before they were able to use all them weapons.
I was getting a little nervous, but, you know, I do believe we deserve this one. You know, to us, right? As a team, you know, of course.
Of course. And she, like, raises her glass to give you a cheer. Cheers.
Okay. Then get my drink on the rocks. Did I take a sip of it? Say, well, so where do we go from here? You know, I feel there is a lot going on lately. Many craziness, so much. Wait, you know where Ziggy went as well?
I think she's gonna meet up with us back at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully that gnome gets back to me. Well, what were they called? It was like
Oh, the company's name was Plain Text.
Plain Text, that's who it
Yep.
is.
Your contact there is Josh Barron. He's still working on decrypting.
Yeah. I mentioned him. Hopefully he gets back to me in this timely manner.
Okay. You know, I'm a little bit, I don't want to bring it up, but I feel we must discuss this one. You know, I don't know. Was it only for sure? I know, I felt a certain kind of way, but, you know, I wasn't really 100% sure. You never quite explained to me what happened back there with the, you know, kiss, let us say.
Oh, I thought we already discussed this.
Yeah, you said just go with it. Go with it. Go with what? What is it that I'm going with?
I'm sorry. Basically, there were some cameras in that alleyway. I was just trying to make it appear less suspicious that we were hanging out in there prior to that meeting.
Okay. I mean, I think that is something that might have got a bit of attention. Definitely put me on edge, but I'm not gonna lie. This has been, say, the first time I've ever really felt in this kind of way. But also, it is interesting because, you know me, I do hang out at these kind of spots, a little bit more run down. However, I thought these kind of emotions and whatnot only appeared in movies. I think, I don't know if it is just the drink talking, but...
She's a little taken aback by that because she wasn't expecting Jameer to feel that way. So she actually doesn't know what to say and for once is a little speechless.
Your cheeks are turning the same color as your horns right now.
That Ziggy just followed them the whole time. She's just in the background in a potted plant.
Poor Ziggy. Well.
Oh, if only.
Either way, I just did, you know, did want to clear it up and let you know It was a very interesting feeling. You know, I believe though we should focus on the task at hand for sure.
I believe so. Are you saying? Never mind. She just takes her drink and she drinks more.
You're drinking your drink awfully fast today. I mean, you know me. You're trying to outdrink me? Is this some kind of a contest now? As Jameer takes his drink and he like drinks it a bit more too. He slams it down, you know. And then he calls for the I don't know if he had a wait. No, probably just a bartender, and calls for the bartender and says 2 more on the rocks.
I thought we were just going to have one.
Yes.
Oh no!
One.
Oh no!
One.
This is how it all starts.
All right. Well, I'll take it. If you're not going to drink it,
of drinks. No, she'll go with it. I just think it's funny.
All right.
You're just like one drink.
Just more. One, you know. What did one drink ever do to her?
And then
you know, one is no. One more. It still is just one. It's only one since the last one, right?
Should we roll to see how many we actually end up drinking?
At some point, like Ziggy will text you and be like, what is taking so long?
Oh. Yeah, so
would you like? I have missed something between the two of you.
Who are you texting? Both of us, or just
probably?
one?
It's like we have a text.
We should roll to see how many rounds we go.
Word.
What do you think we should roll?
A willpower, like a wisdom thing.
Jameer can go pretty hard, but
if you want to be smart about it, or Constitution if you're trying to not get hammered.
Oh, we're gonna roll Constitution. Or
well, Jameer hasn't had a drink for quite a long time.
Did you say con, or what was the other option?
Wisdom if you're trying to be smart about it.
I think Felicity would try to be smart about it, but then there's a chance that Jameer could talk her into drinking more, so we'll see what happens. I'll roll Wiz, what I'm gonna try. 13?
Oh, you do save.
Having 3 drinks. Yeah, you managed to space them out long enough between each one, even though Jameer's trying to kind of push you to drink a little harder, a little faster. You managed to space them out. You're getting a little tipsy, but you're not like knockout drunk yet.
Okay.
And as you guys are enjoying each other's company, you do notice police cars start to drive by. No lights on, so it looks like they're beginning to vacate the area.
Okay. I will text Ziggy back and be like, we were just trying to make sure the police didn't catch us. It appears that things are cooling down here. We'll be on our way shortly.
Oh, okay. There is nothing strange between the two of you. You seem to be acting awkward earlier.
Everything's fine.
And Jameer like texts back, and he's like kind of like misspelling stuff. He's just like, "Yeah, we're fine." And it's like autocorrects to like fume.
Everyday fume.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, this poor little halfling.
And then I'll text him.
2050
like, yep.
And autocorrect still can't get shit right.
No, absolutely not.
Although we didn't clarify, how much did Jameer drink?
Oh yeah, Jameer.
I didn't know if we were doing like rounds together. Okay, yeah, because I definitely.
Yeah, give me a con save.
Let's get it.
I hope he does fail, because no, you did better than me.
What? Well, I can hold mine for sure.
Yeah. So same kind of thing. You're starting to really feel the effects, and you're pretty sure.
Everyone in chat's just like, yes.
You're pretty sure if you keep drinking, it's going to get a little out of control.
Yes. Yeah, we still have a bit of things to do, but I did want to loosen the mood up a bit. It did feel a bit tense. Never seen.
I think it was a good idea, but Ziggy's waiting for us, so
that she is. All right, let's do this again sometime.
I like that.
Like kind of like slides himself off the bar stool, and then we go on our way.
We do.
All right. So yeah,
slowly.
Slowly. But we're
very deliberately.
Kind of just like.
Important question. How much parkour does Jameer try?
What does he see? All right. So yeah, Jameer sees a fire hydrant, and in an attempt to try to impress those that could potentially be watching, he says, "Yo, Ziggy, she had taught me something really cool." Oh. And then gives the phone to Felicity and says, "You look, I'm gonna need you to take a video so that we can send it to Ziggy to show her how far I've come.
All right, roll acrobatics with disadvantage.
He rolled a 15 on his con. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
not bad.
You managed to basically do like a one-hand handstand flip off the fire hydrant, and you stick it.
What?
Yeah.
And I look back and I just like,
Felicity like captures in and stops the recording and kind of does like a little clap and hands you back the. He's impressed. Sure.
Jameer's like impressed too, and he's just like, I can't believe I landed that. Wow. And then I'm gonna text Ziggy and just say, number one coach for 2050.
None of it comes out correctly.
It's like dollar sign one couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My English is not as good as I thought it was.
Maybe this is the lead speak those kids talk about. No.
Yeah. All right. Let us go back to Ziggy then.
All right, we head on our way to Ziggy, or back to the hotel. I'm guessing.
Okay. Along the way, once you guys make it into the lobby of the hotel, Jameer, you actually get a ding on your phone. A little toast notification pops up.
I like flip it upside down because it is upside down, and I'm like,
it is a DM from Dick Van Hunk.
Oh,
The big D.
He has
Big
texted
D.
me. Oh, okay. He slides it open and reads it.
So when you open it up, there's a link inside. It's a link to a ticket to the Unity rally for your sister, as well as the rest of you guys, front row seats,
Hey.
and an all expenses round trip plane ticket for your sister
Oh,
overnight.
sick. All right. So I'm gonna text back. Well, I think Felicity's with me too, and I show her and I go, "Oh, the big D came through. He really did, and our tickets have arrived, and I think there might be a little bit of a reunion as well."
Reunion.
Yeah. He actually got the ticket for my sister, so Miriam, you're gonna get to meet her, and also I must text her back to let her know because she's gonna need to get to the airport immediately.
Well, isn't that exciting?
Yeah. You're going to love her. She's amazing.
Well, if she's anything like you, I'm sure she's going to be grand company.
Jameer like types a smiley face emoji to himself and then like deletes it on his phone. And then
you type a smiley face to yourself
on his phone, like you don't see it, but, and then he text Miriam and says, "Hey, the big I don't actually call him the big D, but Dick Van is gonna be coming to Paris, and he has a round trip ticket. Get to the airport immediately. We're meeting up." That's what I text to her.
Okay. And you like immediately get a text back. OMG, this is so wonderful. I'll call out sick tomorrow. See you soon.
All right. And just text her back and says, "All right, see you."
Okay. So yeah, you guys make it up to the hotel room, and presumably Ziggy's just kind of hanging out in the living room of the suite.
She doesn't need to, but she's taking a nap. She's like lying on a bed.
I guess if she's asleep, then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna check on Evan and Win-Win.
Okay. I'm gonna lie down for a bit. Just need to text my sister as well again. A few of the minor details that she may need to know.
What time is her plane arriving?
Well, it looks like it is going to be right in the morning, as it'll be a red-eye flight.
Oh, those are nasty. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
she has a good one. I'll see you when you wake. Have a good nap. And she walks off to go check on Evan and Win-Win. Is Win-Win actually in there, or is Evan alone?
So
Did she
Win-win is
go
on a
find
run.
some like meat or something?
when you walk into the room, you see it was the cardinal's assistant that you guys had met the other day
Mhm.
is in there, just kind of, performing rites over Evan and trying to cast spells along with the help of Win-Win. They're clearly trying to use some sort of divine magic to speed up his healing process, but it nothing has managed to bring him out of his coma yet. And when he sees you walk in, the father turns and says, "Oh, you're back. I was just consulting here with Win-Win, and I think we're going to need to take your friend to a hospital."
Well, that makes sense. Should I call someone, or do you already have a car that you can take him in?
We can arrange the transportation. That's not a problem.
Do you think you're going to be able to help him?
It's hard to say. We really need the other half of that coin that was lodged in his.
We're working on it.
All right. Well, if you do come up with any leads, please, I guess, just let us know. There's a medical facility just a few blocks from here. I think that would be the most appropriate place for us to take him. They have plenty of cybernetics equipment. Maybe they can do something beyond what magic can handle here.
If anything changes with the status, feel free to message me.
Will do.
And Jameer stumbles into the room and he starts singing some Big D lyrics. Sliding in the DM, sliding, and then he's just like, "Oh, there's something wrong."
Looks like they're gonna have to take Evan to the hospital.
Oh, I was going to actually thank him because my sister was very, very thankful that she was able to get the ticket. Has he woken at all, or what's go?
I'm sorry, it looks like he hasn't.
Okay, well, I guess I'll leave him a note at least to for when he wakes up, because I know he doesn't like the texting, even if it is just to thank you.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
In his own.
So you definitely
way.
texted him a lot of things. And then
Yeah.
drawn a star on Evan's face. With a Sharpie. She also brought Win-Win an ice cream cone, and now she's taking a nap. Because that's what she does when she's bored. She doesn't need to sleep. Naps are for when she's bored.
So Win-Win looks at the ice cream, and then she goes over to a little takeout box that she has by the nightstand on Evan's bed, and starts breaking off little pieces of bacon, and she's scooping the ice cream with the crispy pieces of bacon and feeding it to herself.
Oh, that's so disgusting and so very Win-Win.
So Win-Win. Yeah.
Yes. And Win-Win says, "Jimmy, I can take the note with me."
Okay, I'll write it on this bandana that I have just for making notes.
Your note bandana.
You know those teddy bears that you can like draw on? Like people
Mhm.
It's like that material, but for us.
Yeah. Well, he writes a a nice note, and it says like, "Yo, Miriam is very thankful for you getting the ticket for her, and we'll definitely have to get a drink on the rocks when you wake up." Signed, and then puts Jameer, and he ties it to his I'll tie it to his arm, okay, to his hand, right on his wrist, so that.
Okay. All right. So you see the priest make a few calls, and maybe about 20 minutes later, an EMT crew shows up, and they get Evan onto a gurney and wheel him out of the hotel.
Right.
All right. I hope he's okay. I mean,
I think we need to find that other point.
oh yes, the other hacker man, the salt master himself, Mr. Professor Morton, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh man, I can't wait to see him again. I have something to introduce to his face.
Ziggy's like, oh, you're back.
Oh yeah, hey Ziggy. Yeah, we are back. Guess what?
Well, you
we
should
go into the show.
Oh, the big D.
Yep. Then I get my phone and I actually just show it to her. And I said, I'm sorry I didn't forward it to you, but I was been a little better, but I'm kind of forgetful sometimes. I'm even feeling a bit belligerent, thinking of this Professor Morton. Oh.
Well, hopefully it'll be a nice break.
Yes, that's
while
I
you
need
were
this
asleep,
one.
Ziggy, the Cardinal had to take Evan. They're gonna take him to hospital. Win-Win's gonna go along.
They were not happy when I went in the room, and so I didn't stay in there.
Yeah, I think they were trying some rituals and whatnots.
I
Doing the best
may
they
have
could.
interrupted their magic. It was my bad.
Oh, Ziggy, don't blame yourself. If Win-Win can't do it, there's no hope for her.
I'm gonna
These
take
people.
a rest, and after that, I'll meet up with you guys.
Okay. Tomorrow we have and Ziggy's still wearing the tuxedo jacket.
The holes in the armpits.
Yeah. Do you think maybe I should get something else to wear to the concert?
I have a few bandanas. I don't know if you want. And he pulls out like a tie-dye one.
Wear a bandana.
There's a blue one. This matches kind of a yellow tone.
I am not sure.
And a heart one.
I
He's like
think
barely not paying attention at all to Ziggy's like clearly disinterested in this.
So
Oh,
every time you hand
sparkle?
one to Ziggy, she just puts it on the table next to her. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smiley face.
Felicity walks away and goes into her room and then comes back out with like a skirt and like a crop top and offers it to Ziggy.
He looks at the skirt, puts the skirt on, and like tries to kick. Stops herself before she rips the skirt and takes it off. I am not sure this is my style, but I like the top. She's still wearing the hood.
Well, you can have it.
Oh, thank you. It's nice. It's very nice.
You put the crop top over your shirt.
No, she's yes. She's just layered everything now.
Jameer's still handing her bandanas a polka dot. Yes.
So Felicity takes an actual rest, and Ziggy, I guess,
So that I
doesn't
can have
need,
my spells
like
back.
probably trances at some point during the night. But Ziggy's like gets really bored because everyone else is always sleeps for an extra 4 hours than her, and so she's just like she exercises a lot in the hotel room.
Okay.
That in my sleep, I'm like, Ziggy, we're running up and down the wall.
Oh, sorry. She goes and runs on the other wall. Like handstands for 5 minutes.
Nice. All right.
What else do you do with an extra 4 hours a day?
So round about, we'll say 7 a.m., bright and early. Ziggy, you're still out in the living room area. You hear a knock on the front door.
Hello?
Hello. You can tell it's Detective Yodel.
Oh, let me go wake up my friends. Felicity! Felicity! Felicity!
What is it?
They cap Ruby, she is here.
Okay, give me a
I
moment.
don't think she understands normal hours. And then she splashes water on Jameer's face. Jameer!
Whoa! No.
Yes, yes,
What did you do this for? What
'Cause
is the
you are-
matter?
Clearly hungover.
Oh, God, I was sleeping.
But
Oh,
we have a cup here.
I have a headache. Hello.
Felicity puts
No,
a
she hands,
robe on.
she then hands Jameer a fresh glass of water. Is
Thank
what she
you.
threw on him. Is another one.
Appreciate it. Much appreciated. This is what you do with the water, Ziggy. Not throw it on my face.
What? It woke you up, right?
Indeed. You know, a simple wake up would have sufficed.
I did that with Felicity.
I opened the door.
Well,
She didn't even let her in. You just left her out in the hallway.
Yeah, I had to go wake people up.
Oh,
It would have been
she
rude
opens the
for her
door
to come
and
in.
she's like,
Like,
I'm sorry. Have you been standing out here this entire time?
She's got her arms crossed and she goes, yes, I have.
We've been sleeping.
Oh, Ruby. Hey,
Sorry
Ruby.
for the rudeness. Come on in. And she closes the door. Can I get you something to drink?
Coffee with cream, please.
All right. Well, what is it? Why are you giving us such a wake-up call? And she's like making her coffee.
Well, I thought it was only fair since you guys ruined a very nice evening out with the husband last night.
okay, I am
We
sorry. In
ruined
what
your
way did we
evening?
possibly ruin that for you?
Yeah.
I think you might have a misunderstanding of what happened.
I don't think we have a misunderstanding. We had that premises under surveillance, and all of a sudden I get a call from one of the local cops saying that a couple of armed adventurers were making their way onto the premises.
Yes, undercover.
I was unarmed just to tell you, make it clear.
And to be clear,
And as
we
you can
were
see,
very
Felicity does not wield
unarmed.
no weapon.
This is true. We were unarmed.
Okay. Well,
And
I
I was
have-
never caught.
I have some good news for you guys, at least. And she holds out her phone, and it is a venture contract, but it's private, so it's not a publicly listed venture contract.
Ooh.
She says, we're willing to pay 150 gold for your help, each.
Come again.
150 gold for your help in relation to resolving the bomber issues that our city here is having.
Ziggy immediately looks at Felicity, being like, "Hello, negotiator."
Is 150 each pretty fair, or did I like incite that, or how do I?
It is a fair contract. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That seems nice.
Well, it is fair, unless there's. Well,
Well,
if there's any supplies that we need along with it, would you pay for those outside of this?
Jameer butts in and is like, well, you know, as we said already, she is unarmed. She may need a weapon, perhaps, you know, to protect her.
Ruby takes the phone back, and you see her typing a few more numbers in there. 170 each to cover expenses.
Sounds fair enough. Everyone else agree?
Perfect.
Yes. Ziggy has not seen that much money in her life in a while.
Perfect. I will be able to finally go and purchase the cards that crazy
Now, what is the information that you're looking for exactly? Who to
Well,
blame?
No, you did provide us with the name, Professor Morton. We did look him up, by the way. Turns out he's an Oxford academic. It seems that he was a professor of computer science. Got some... He audited some interesting classes, we'll say. A lot of forensics and cyber forensics.
I mean, he's British. It makes sense that he's crazy.
Yes. Oh, baby.
Well,
Tired.
the strange thing is, aside from that, he is a spotless record. A kind of disturbingly spotless record. Never
Perhaps
missed
his
it.
record isn't so
I-
spotless, and it's... Well, we know how Evan works. Perhaps he's got his own ways of making sure
Cleaning
people
up.
don't know what's in his path.
You said that your friend Evan knew him in some way?
Well, we don't know the full story, but we do know they worked together once before.
Can I speak with Evan?
Unfortunately, he's unable to be spoken to. I mean, you can speak to him, but I don't think he's gonna speak back. The Cardinal's looking after him, and we've got him at the hospital down the street. You're welcome to give him a visit.
And I might do that, or at least have a guard posted for him, just to let us know when he does wake back up. Aside from that, the only other information is he went on a vacation to the Bahamas. Was the last time we really have him, like any sort of record of him being anywhere. And
that's interesting. Can we get some information about something in the Bahamas? Some kind of bank information?
Interesting, really.
Yes, there was the essential
John
cop.
Miller?
Uh-huh.
And you see her start taking notes on that tablet she had back the other night.
I believe we gave this information to you in a prior meeting.
Okay. And
Some tie with John Miller and the Lancome de la Rental.
that's right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if we can dig up any information on them then. So.
And I highly doubt he was on the beaches. He seemed a bit pale as well, so I don't think he was just on a vacation. This professor.
I do have some questions for you, if you don't mind divulging some information.
Absolutely. Anything we can do to help.
Last night's situation, what happened to those folks?
They're all cooling off in a local precinct. Most of them were angry college students, I guess we'll say.
Well, it looks like they're taking advantage of people is what we were seeing. Trying to find people to help with their cause.
Right. It seems like the meeting was orchestrated by 3 people in particular. However, one person did manage to get away before the raid hit, and she you see her like flipping through some files on her tablet, and then she spins it around to show it to you. This gentleman, and you see a guy in like office clothing, and he's just kind of smoking a cigarette. Who is in that room? So Felicity and Jameer, you would recognize him
There was
as
Loretta
Lewis?
as Lewis. Yeah.
Boy Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis.
That is Lewis. And I like say it.
Who was the third person? It was Lewis, Loretta, and there was another person. I can't remember.
The bouncer. Dun dun.
Here's where I'm kicking myself because I did not write the name down.
No, it's fine.
Wait for
I'm
it.
just curious. So his name was Lewis.
Yes, his name was Lewis, though.
Oh yeah, we recognize him.
Did you have a last name for this Lewis?
Unfortunately, I don't believe he gave it to us. He just introduced himself. Well, Loretta actually introduced him. He seemed to be a very kind of shy guy, but, under either direct order from Loretta or maybe it was his first rally.
Okay. Any other information you can give on him?
All we know is that I don't think they were planning a peaceful protest. Seemed like they were planning something with some heavy firearms and tasers.
Yeah, we found a couple of military-grade compartments upstairs that I don't understand why, but they were conveniently unlocked for us. I'm hoping they were...
Shifts uncomfortably for a moment.
We might have had something to do with that part.
Ah. Excellent. Well, I guess thank you for that. It saved us from having to call a locksmith.
If you ever need help with that, let me know.
Okay. Any other questions? Any information we can give you?
Is there anything about the rallies that you are concerned about happening? They seem to be planning something for that event. Is there any other concerns or...
I don't think they're the only group. What I'm thinking. I think
There
they
are-
might have a couple different groups, and if that group was packing, I'm curious to see what the others were.
It seems like these guys were more blowhards than anything else, fortunately.
Amateurs.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice way to put it, I guess. They
Not professionals like us.
She gives Jameer a long, hard look.
Jameer, stop.
Right.
Ruby.
So there are a couple
Ruby.
Listen, we really do appreciate your help, but there are a couple other groups. Interpol is cooperating with the local Paris police forces. We are setting up a guard around the perimeter. We're going to be screening anyone who gets in. We don't foresee any problems. We're making sure to remove any weapons upon entry. However, that contract I just gave you comes with a citywide weapons permit, so you guys will be able to get in.
He shrugs. She doesn't use that.
I don't have, like, me and you both don't use weapons, so.
Yeah.
Like,
Jameer smiles. Jameer definitely gets like a
well,
big smile
I know
across
that
his
will help
face.
at least one of us.
All right. Aside from that, there's going to be a couple higher up representatives from the EU. There will be Delia Amarolina.
Yeah, Delia Adelina.
Adelina, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote notes.
We will have DJ I'm Not Sorry will be the master of
DJ,
ceremonies
I'm
for the
not
event.
Wait, what?
Dick Van Honk will be performing at the rally, and I believe you already know Mr. Gaumont. He is the politician that was very thankful on the train trip that you guys took. He's the person who's really the mastermind behind the both the Unity rally itself and the Paris-Barcelona Hyperloop that the rally is kind of celebrating. It'll actually be right
There's
outside.
some interesting things along with him as well. I noticed that most of the venture jobs on the app in this area are controlled by him.
Yes, we did notice that. It looks like he took down most of the postings, which is good. There were quite a few complaints from potential adventurers who didn't enjoy his little stunt.
His little stunt?
So you
Pray
mean
tell.
Well, apparently after what happened on the train, he became quite paranoid and basically bought out all of the contracts in the city with money he didn't really have. It was part of the budget for the actual rally, and the EU is looking into pressing charges against him for it.
Well, I sure hope so. That's some
Politicians.
dangerous territory.
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Typical.
And this is why I never liked politics.
Me neither.
What was his
Oh.
name again?
Gaumont, Gaumont. Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. You seemed coming to us this early. Was there anything that happened besides the rally last night that would trigger the need for us so soon? You know, I feel like I know that there was a few vans that had left the facility. I didn't know if there were any more explosions, or was it just the result of the raid last night?
Speaking of vans leaving industrial complexes, can I just ask that you not steal any more municipal vehicles in the future?
I have never stolen a vehicle.
It was
That
more
I am
like
not-
We didn't know the vans
Not
were
stealing.
municipal.
I mean, we did bring it back. It wasn't like we stole it and kept it.
And the city's EMT crews appreciate that, but when ambulances go missing and
I
visitor
promise.
scrubs wander through lobbies, people talk.
Well, people talk no matter what you do.
Have you considered telling them to lock the vehicle and take the keys with them?
I promise I'll give back the band-aids. I'll buy a pack for me. Please, don't bring me to jail. I cannot go back.
So she actually like lets out this loud half-orc laugh at that. And goes,
It was me. It was me.
don't worry about the bandages. And really, I'm just poking fun at this.
Felicity like puts her arm around Jameer and is like, I don't think she meant the band-aids. I think you're all right.
Oh, phew, I would never last in jail. I know.
You really wouldn't.
Ooh, just such a big sigh of relief.
Fortunately, Interpol still carries some weight, so we've been able to put a tamp down on any complaints that have come up about you guys, and hopefully the contract will lend a little more legal aid to you on that front.
Ooh.
Well,
Good thing we
looks
have
like
such
we
great
have
friends.
quite a bit of work on our table. There's nothing else that you have information-wise.
You haven't
It's
seen
probably
those down?
best I get ready. She's still wearing her robe.
I'm sorry, seen what?
You never saw where the vans went.
The vans? No, we're still attempting to track them.
Okay.
They had
So, are there any other significantly high-profile events happening in the next, say, week in Paris?
In Paris? Well, there's the Unity Rally today for the opening of the Paris station.
And when are the other rallies happening?
I would keep an eye on that place. My
I
guess
just-
Well,
is there's going to be
the
a
only
lot
other-
of explosions, and they are not going to be the kind that you're wanting.
right. Believe me, I'm well aware, as is my supervisor. Nothing else in the city. No major events on the horizon.
Okay.
We thank you for your time, Ruby. Thank you for not taking me to jail. I thought that was why you came so early.
No.
But we did have a bit of a night last night, so I'm sorry that yours wasn't as elegant as you hoped it would be.
It's pretty obvious that you guys are trying to help, and well, hopefully this helps legitimize your efforts.
You did look
We won't
very
let you
nice
down.
in that dress.
We will not let you down.
You see her green cheeks actually blush a little, Ziggy.
You know how to make a lady feel good.
I would like to give you some advice. Maybe get some EMPs ready. I don't know what we'll expect at that rally.
There will be a lot of people there, you know.
Yes, we're definitely doubling down on security, especially after recent events. So, hope to see you there. And she's gonna put her coffee cup back on the table, say, okay, well, back to the grind. And she'll go grab her jacket and her hat off of the rack by the front door and
Yeah, I'll walk her out
make
and
her farewell.
help her put her jacket on and walk her out the door.
Thank you. Okay.
The door is shut in.
Yeah. No, not all authority is as bad as I thought. You know, I really, this Ruby has got me to think a little different about those in charge.
I'm just curious why. I don't know. Just seems like they don't have as much information as they should.
You know?
I think you are correct.
It almost seems, I mean, we do a lot of the heavy lifting, even if it is not the cleanest of work, but it is work nonetheless.
And Ziggy just sort of looks between the two of them. So we are all fairly certain there are going to be bombs tonight, yes?
Oh,
I'm
yes.
very certain.
Okay.
Where else do you think those vans have gone?
Uh-huh.
That seems very likely. Perhaps other Hyperloop stations as well. I don't know. Can you track vans? She looks at Jimmy like, is that a thing? Can you follow their
Yes.
tire tracks?
I hate to
I
say
mean,
it. But I kind of wish Evan was around.
Yes.
He's good at those type of things.
It's definitely his forte.
We may have to look for some outside help for this job. But give me a moment, I need to get ready. She goes in her room and takes her sweet time in getting niced up. And she's gonna wear like the sparkly dress with all that jazz.
Nice. All right. And maybe about an hour later, Jameer,
running shoes.
Your sister is actually going to arrive in the city and take a metro to the hotel to meet you guys.
Yeah. Sweet.
Does your sister look just like you?
Oh, is she a twin sister?
Not a twin.
No.
Not twin.
No, I think you said that it's your little sister, right? She's younger than you?
Yeah. Just a little bit, though. Not like super duper young, but...
So she's like 20 something.
I would say, yeah, probably 2019.
2019. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
2019 years old.
2019.
All right. Oh, she's here now?
Yep. She will, I guess, meet you guys down in the lobby.
I want to see Kyo do like a Valley Girl.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you, Jameer.
All right. Miriam! Hey!
Jameer, it's been too long.
Oh, indeed it does. And we like run at each other and do like a little like booty bash thing, you know? And then kind of like, oh, wow, how have you been? You know, how's everything been going with you?
Good. The marketing job's really paying off. We've actually managed to put Mom up in a really nice place for herself, and everything's going great back home.
Oh, thank goodness she wasn't too happy with me when I left. So I hope you have put in a good word as far as the work that I've been doing has been worthwhile. And hopefully you said that when you put it up, it was at least a bit of my work as well. I know you've been working hard to do this. It's been rough out here.
Yeah, I hear adventuring doesn't really pay a whole bunch, but, you know.
Yes, but it does pay in friendship. I've met some interesting people. Very lovely people, of course. And one that I may, you know, the thing you're always telling me to find a girl and what, I might have, you know, I was very cool and suave about it, but, you know, we were doing an adventure, right? And as we... we're getting pursued by a bunch of these exploding zombies. I rescued her, I pulled her up, and then I swept her and gave her a kiss. And she was smitten.
Ziggy shows up right there and she's like, yes, that is exactly what happened.
Oh, hey, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy, how are you? Meet my sister, it's Miriam. This is Ziggy.
It's so nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too. Who are you?
My name is Ziggy and I am Jameel's new best friend.
She is my coach, parkour coach, and yeah, I know you used to do gymnastics back in school, and she can teach you a few things. You'd be very surprised. I know you tried to teach me, but
Miriam think that he's talking about Ziggy.
Right now, yes, absolutely.
She's really
gonna ask Jameer some questions soon.
Yep. And I'm just still going along with it, so I'm just like, yeah, she's very. You can even check. I don't know if you've been keeping up. Online, the videos I've been posting. Yeah,
yes, I did see the videos, and I saw that Dick Van Honk had responded to some of them, and let me tell you, you were the talk of the building when that happened. Yeah, so free tickets, really?
Free?
How did you?
We're like friends. We're like buddies. Yeah, you know. We hang out all the time.
And gives you tickets.
That's
Indeed.
Incredible.
Yeah, you're going to love him too. He's an amazing person, for sure. He even asked me for one of my bandanas, so
You're really carrying them around still?
Yeah, you know me. They reflect. They're a part of my personality. You know this, Miriam.
Tactical.
I know. Oh, do you want one actually for the concert?
No, no, please. Thank you.
What time is the concert?
So the concert's going to be at 3 p.m. That's when general admission starts. You guys, however, have VIP tickets. So aside from the normal entrances to the actual rally site, there is a VIP red carpet entrance. So you guys get to enter in with all of the stars attending the event and skip the lines.
Perfect. So we're getting there early because there's an open bar, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of the local eateries and whatnot and major vendors that are from the city are actually going to have booths at this event. So there will be plenty of food, plenty of drinks.
Okay. I think Felicity is on her way down. She was almost finished getting ready. We can go soon, yes?
Oh yes. I introduce my sister to Felicity.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Felicity will meet up with them.
Okay. And I say, oh, one more thing, and actually run back up, and I get the top hat from my room. So, but I still have like my vest on, you know what I mean, and like my skin tight, like Under Armour kind of.
Important question.
Yeah.
Does the hat go on top of the bandana, or does the bandana go on top of the hat?
Ooh. The hat goes on top of the bandana. It's like.
Okay.
Do I have something? Yeah.
I imagine him put a hat on top of his bandana, and then he puts another bandana around.
Yeah, that's what
Around it. Yes, that's so like this.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
That is a bright hat, man.
And then there's a
Ready for
bandana
Easter.
around it.
And then there's a bandana instead of like this white band. It's another bandana around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right. So you
It's
guys
not
are-
green. It's actually black, but
Okay. All right. Yeah, because that's the stuff that we found. We're
At
wearing
the,
the stuff we found in the theater.
Yeah,
The
I think
rundown theater.
Ziggy has her regular shirt on, like her hood. She's got the jacket on. She's got clean pants and clean shoes.
You have the crop top on.
And she has the crop top on with the hood and the tux jacket.
layering
She
up.
looks surprisingly well put together.
And holes in her armpits.
Yeah. It's for parkour.
Mobility. Yeah.
Suit jackets are designed for
Does
this.
Ziggy like shave her armpits or not? That is the question.
I sort of always imagine elves as being kind of like they just don't
They
produce a
don't
lot of.
have a lot of hair.
That's
do
just
that.
sort of been my like interpretation of elves.
But they have such long hair. Like
Right.
maybe like
Braided.
It just like grows
they're
up. Maybe it grows
supposed to be
up from their armpit to their head.
you just lift it up and you get these long braids. They're blue too. It's long blue braided hair. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
That's really funny though.
You know?
This is now canon.
Okay.
These are questions that you would only have to ask yourself in a modern setting in a fantasy game.
Yes. It's important. You gotta know.
Yeah. So
Today I
Felicity-
learned. That's great.
Miriam sees you coming and just kind of looks as you come and tower over her because she's also a halfling.
Yeah, I'm huge. I'm like compared. Well, is she shorter than Jameer?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 6'1".
All right. Oh, wow. As Jameer like sees Felicity, like, oh, you look really nice. It's a very nice outfit you have.
Thank you. I think
I'd
this
like to
dress looks
introduce-
Quite nice. I wasn't expecting it to work out so easily.
Well, here is my sister, Miriam, the one that I was telling you all about on the train at first when we got the tickets for the concert.
Oh, it's lovely to meet you. And she extends a hand out and like shakes her hand.
She's still like kind of awestruck and goes, "Hi."
Yeah. Now, don't you worry. You know, she's not like the other tall ones. You know, she's actually very nice. She hasn't really poked any fun at me, so I know that is something you are dealing with in school. But believe me, she's a very, very nice girl.
Well,
Okay.
people making fun of you because you're small. You know, you have to appreciate your size. There's things that you can do that, well, I definitely cannot.
I have a great center of balance.
That's the way to think about
She
it.
does.
Are we all ready to go on our way then?
Yes. And she has a wonderful taste in music as well. So let us head to the concert. I'm so excited.
Miriam like claps her hands together and squeals as you guys run out.
Go win.
And
Just, like,
we've already
singing
called
lyrics.
a car and waiting for us this time.
Yeah.
As they're waiting, at some point, Ziggy will definitely pull Jameer back and just be like, "So, who was that very lucky lady that you rescued and played the concert hockey with?"
Oh, that's right, because Ziggy wasn't on the train with us
She didn't
either.
You don't know any of this.
Well, you know, like, you see, when I
Something
left,
happened with you and she like nods over.
I know I didn't quite save her, but yeah, there was something that we had to do because we didn't want to draw any suspicion.
Wanted to.
Yeah, there was a video feed, and
Like Al.
look, be like.
Is that
like,
why you guys did not come back until so late yesterday?
The detective or a parkour monk? What is this?
I am very intuitive.
Okay, well, okay, Ziggy, you cannot tell though. It was.
Oh no, does she not? Oh no, it's not both ways.
I don't know. I think.
I will help you. I will help you. Okay.
Oh, no, Ziggy's gonna be a matchmaker.
But it was out of the ordinary. I've never quite experienced anything like it before, and maybe.
Have you ever had a with a person?
Not a real one. It's usually been some, go to the bar and then half the time, if any time, I'm not gonna lie, I had to pay. I was really drunk and going to. I know. I'm sorry,
I think
but
she likes you, but she might not know it yet.
you think so?
I think so.
Well, she did turn her cheeks. They turned the same color as her horns. I saw it.
So you like gives.
And
him
do you
like
remember the
yeah.
times and all of the trances she said she was in? She was looking in my direction. I saw.
That's right.
Feeling into your soul.
Yeah, sorta. I know. I didn't have a drink too much that day, so I might have been a little bit off balance. But it was the first time while I was completely sober and something like this has happened before.
Maybe you shouldn't drink so much.
Well, you're not the first person to tell me this, but I usually drink to forget. But I
Do
didn't.
you want to forget, or do you want
guess.
to remember?
I do want to remember.
As they say, Paris is the city of love
Oh, that it is.
and croissants. Sometimes the croissant is the way to your heart.
Oh, you think if I give Felicity a croissant, she'll understand what it is?
She.
And I was like looking.
One of those. I've got this. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I
Have
hope
you
they
got
have croissants at the show.
Oh no,
I'm sure
I
they
have
will.
something better.
Oh, okay. Well, let us be on our way. I'm so excited. This is
I'm frightened.
Ziggy
What does Random Tuesday
immediately
have
goes to her
planned?
phone to find the nearest bakery to order a bouquet of macarons.
I love macaroons.
Whoa.
I have a macaroon available for this occasion.
Say what?
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I bought like 12 of them the other day.
Now I'm jealous. I want some too.
Also, she said a person because she didn't want to assume Jameer's sexual preferences.
Oh, true.
Apparently, I don't know.
Thank you for considering.
Here's pansexual. It's okay.
Yeah, it's 2050, man. We're past, everybody.
Hey, man.
You got this.
They gotta have like holographic people and weird stuff like that. Guy now? I don't know.
When Jameer was saying wasn't a real person, I was thinking, okay, how's this gonna work?
Oh. Nah. It is. He's made some mistakes in his life.
People make me hungry. They're talking about all kinds of delicious foods.
Yeah, I never.
Macaron.
I actually stuffed my face right before the show, so Whew, all right. Well, to the show we go. Jameera's like a little spin.
I guess while they were talking, I was talking with Miriam and just kind of like asking her questions and getting to know her.
Sure, no problem.
Shall we?
Nothing we have to roleplay out, though, because it's not going to make or break anything. We can just go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time skips. Right. That never happens on Roll4It, right?
Quick, roleplay, quick!
Right. So, you guys are in the car. As you're approaching the Unity rally, you can actually see the Hyperloop station is behind the lawn where the rally is taking place. This thing is massive. Like the whole front yard / lawn and the Hyperloop station itself are taking up basically an entire city block just by itself. The Hyperloop station is this like giant chrome and glass building, almost a dome, but elliptical in shape. And out in front of it, you guys see this huge stage and lines for blocks. There are a ton of people waiting to get in here. It's an extremely exciting event, but it's...
Yeah.
But
I do not like queues.
You guys get to skip the lines and go to the VIP entrance.
Oh, well, a good thing you don't, because we got the VIP. And he tells Miriam, because he didn't even tell Miriam that it was VIP. And it's like, nah, I think so. At this point, I actually have sent the whatever, each copy of our tickets to the respective person on their phone.
Okay, so we have like on our phone. Okay.
It's like a scanner. I would assume like another QR code maybe. To get it's time to get.
Yep. So as you guys pull up, there are a couple of figures that you'll recognize on the red carpet here. You see Gaumont, you recognize him from the train. You also see Dick Van Hunk, who is extremely excited to see Jameer when he steps out of the car. And he goes, "Super fan, how you doing?"
Yo, DVH, how you doing? He tries to like imitate an accent like that.
he comes over and he just gives you like a full-on bear hug. He's super happy you're here.
So Mr. Honk, I'm going to first wish you the best of luck in your show, but I have one of your biggest fans with me. As I step out of the car, and then I let Miriam step out.
Oh, is this your sister? And he can tell that your sister...
And I do like a little spin, and I'm just like...
your sister is... She doesn't even know what to do right now. She's so excited. And you can see her like biting her lip, and she's looking up at him and trying not to like go running, screaming at him. And he comes over and gives her a more reserved hug than he gave you. And goes, welcome. Anything I can do for my man Jameer here. Glad you guys are able to make it.
Oh, hey, it's a pleasure to be here.
These seats, front row.
Front row.
Front row.
We know all of your... Miriam at least knows all of your songs, and I, know quite a few. If anything, Heck, she has quite a beautiful voice. I'm just going to let you know that.
Well, maybe I can pull her up on stage with me.
I know you've done so much for us, Mr. Honk, but yeah. It was her birthday. It was her birthday this year. And
this year?
I say that. And yeah.
He just claps you on your shoulder and goes, "You got it, man."
Thank you.
Played.
And he turns back to all of the cameras and microphones that are waiting for him. He's like, got to appease the crowd here, and walks back to the paparazzi.
And then I kind of lean over to Miriam and he said, "You heard that? My man," he said.
So as you guys move down, literally no one stops to take pictures or interview you guys. They're too busy paying attention to Gaumont and Van Honk. So as you guys approach, there's a VIP tent with its own security station, and whoever is leading security is going to stop you and say, "I'm sorry, we'll need to confiscate any weapons that you have on your person."
Oh,
I don't have any weapons.
And Jameer has his crossbow, and
he looks down at Jameer and goes,
"You mean this?"
Nods at you.
Well, we do have a license to carry. Don't know if it does
sorry
it
about
appear.
that. Here, and I pull out this thing that we have from Ruby.
All right, and he looks at your phone and then turns it to its side and then puts it back again like it's going to make a difference. It says, "I cannot wait for them to be out of this city," and hands you your phone back. He goes, "All right, come on."
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Interpol.
I'm not a
Maybe
fan.
jurisdiction here.
I think
No,
they're
they're all
just trying
people.
to make this a safe place. Got a lot of big people in this concert here.
Yeah, well, they're stepping on a lot of toes while they're doing it.
Oh,
They should look where they walk more.
Anyway, he waves you guys through. And now, as you enter into the tent, this is where the VIP open bar is. You guys have access to plenty of food, plenty of drink. Directly in front of you, you can see a side of the stage. And right in front of it, there's a roped off section where all the VIP seats are.
Ziggy gets a snack.
Jameer looks at the bar and looks back at the crew. And Ziggy's already going to the food. And man, he looks at Miriam and is like, okay, now as you're the big brother, I order you to get the drink. I know we're back at home, the age of drinking may not be, or you may be too young to drink, but here in the land of the free is what they call it. At least what I call it.
oh no.
You'll make sure I don't do anything to embarrass the family, won't you?
Absolutely not. When have I ever done that, Miriam?
Okay, just this once. And
Just one, though. So.
She says, what could,
I give her like a, just, they have this thing called the wine cooler here. I think this should be okay for you.
okay. All right. And
And remember, one sip at a time. You need to build your tolerance.
Okay. And she kind of wanders off towards the bar area.
Well, I'll go with her, though. I'll make sure she doesn't get the wrong thing.
Ziggy
Coach
will
it.
give him and Jameer and I of don't drink too much because we don't remember what we talked about.
Absolutely. I'll only have one this time. I mean, yes, just one.
While they're all getting snacks and drinks, when I look over what's going on and the people that are in the room, does anything seem out of the ordinary?
Something does seem out of the ordinary.
Oh.
You see Gaumont flanked on two sides by a human and a half-orc as he is walking toward you. And he's clearly looking at you and waves back.
She kind of raises her hand and gently waves back at him as she's just swiped. I'm sure there's people holding drinks. Well,
Yeah,
and she
hors
just kind of
d'oeuvres and
snatches
stuff.
one. She's holding it by the stem.
He's going to approach and say, "Oh, our unlikely heroes. I'm sad to see that we're unable to come to some sort of an agreement after your rescue from the train."
I'm sorry. Sometimes politicians just don't get their way.
Well, I did manage to find some help, and at this point, he looks to the two gentlemen on either side of him. And would you guys like to describe your characters?
You're on the screen now.
Don't forget to unmute yourselves.
No, I can just leave it that way.
No, that wouldn't go wrong at all. So I'm a human wearing an impeccably tailored dark blue suit with a white shirt, white pocket square, blue tie with red and white stripes, gold tie pin, carrying an umbrella, and a small glass in one hand with a clear liquid and some ice cubes.
So the half-orc on the other side is in a simpler suit, pinstripe, not wearing a tie, has some sort of small rectangular thing on a string around his neck, and has grey skin, white hair, short, and on the left side of his face there's a weird-looking, so it looks like a tattoo of like blue lines.
These are my associates, Virgil and Hunter.
Nice to meet you, Virgil. And Hunter, was it? And she kind of like puts her hand out to give you a handshake, each of you individually.
I prefer to go by Oxford, but charmed, I'm sure.
Virgil will be fine for me. And I take the handshake.
He can't even get your names right. What did he do to convince you to work for him?
Well, there was gold involved.
Isn't that always the case? Anyways, did you
I
just
wish
come over
Ziggy
here
was there because she would be like, he actually had gold? You sure it wasn't fool's gold?
I was gonna make a comment about it. She looks back at him and I forgot my train of thought because I was gonna make a comment about the gold because they said that, and I don't remember. It's fine.
Man.
Yes, well, gold does make the world go round, now, doesn't it?
Well, hopefully.
Speaking of rounds, and then
Well-
Jameer actually comes over, and he has a drink for Felicity.
Well, she
He's like,
already has
"Oh."
a drink, but she like takes your drink too.
So then,
She's like, well, hopefully yours is legitimate. And she looks at the two gentlemen and she's like, I'd be wary of where he gets his.
You can see Gomon's lips start to thin and his face just kind of gets tight. He says,
So sidelong glance, and then I shrug.
Sidelong glance, I would like to roll insight if possible.
go ahead.
I want to know if our gold is legitimate. 20.
ooh, that's what I call
You can
a
tell.
grand entrance.
Yeah, you can tell
I don't
Felicity
know.
really struck a nerve there, and
Copy.
he's definitely hiding something.
Okay.
Well, gentlemen, believe we have some excellent seats that we can take, and he'll kind of bid you guys to move on out of the tent and towards the seating.
Ziggy at some point will convene, probably shortly after, and just because she has not met Gomont, she has no idea who this guy is.
Oh.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna introduce because Jameer runs up first.
She like
and
comes over and she's like, "Okay, so where is it?" She's completely ignoring the other.
and I'm just in the middle of introducing Jameer, and I'm like, and this is my associate, Jameer. Oh, and
So we have a plan, yes? Sorry, you are in a
Ziggy.
Bonjour.
Please meet Mr. Gaumont and his associates, Virgil and Oxford.
Like the
Ah,
play.
Oh, hello. I am Jameer,
You're sick.
and my sister Miriam. And it's a pleasure. Any friend of Gaumont is a friend of ours.
So yeah,
I nod to Ziggy and say, yes, you're Ziggy. Parkour, I believe. You should keep your social media more secure.
why would I brothers and you wouldn't know who I was? Okay, so I am. You are taking seats. She just turns around and walks away. Ziggy doesn't want to get on a seat. She wants to get up in the rafters. She plans to watch the concert from above.
Makes sense.
Okay, well, there are plenty of those hanging out behind the stage. Are you just going to start climbing then?
Yeah, she's planning on being in the lighting rig for the show.
Okay.
That's the best view.
As she starts
Okay,
going,
where's
lighting
them?
rig,
Goodbye.
as she starts going to the lighting rig, I look over at Jameer and I go, "It's a very nice hat, by the way. Is your friend always so enthusiastic?"
Oh yeah, she's actually isn't she great? She's trying to teach me a few of these things as well.
She certainly has energy.
Oh, quite a bit of it, yes. You should see her when she makes a grand exit sometimes from our hotel. Follows with quite style. It's amazing.
That's one I hadn't seen.
You
Well, it's
did
good to get a good view of the situation.
Yeah, we were never able to get that one on video, but I'm sure she might have some kind of a subscriber kind of one for.
I drew my character in her suit.
Oh my god, that's so sick! Damn.
Awesome. I think I have the same notebook as you. This one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and the brown version.
Oh, you have a different color. Nice.
I just have like a spiral bound 3 subject like college notebook.
My one just says YouTube on it.
Yeah. Actually, Blizzard did give me one. I don't know where it is though.
I mean, I have one per show, so.
Dang.
Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing right now as we meet each other. We're like showing each other like the fancy stuff, and well, thank you. That you like the top hat. But yeah, yep. Better get used to that one. I assume you show no interest in the kind of parkour, or you kind of scolded her. It seemed.
Oh no, it's rather impressive. I think Virgil just had a few words about. He's really into data security.
Oh.
It's quite a dangerous thing for adventurers, telling everyone where they are all the time.
Huh. Well, as far as data and all, that means you are good with computers and such, I assume?
Yes, in a way. Perhaps not the way you're expecting.
Oh, okay. Just to we have a friend that's actually really good with computers as well, so perhaps you can have a chat with him when he wakes up.
Well, when Virgil says that computers talk to him, he's not exactly using an idiom.
Oh, really? How do you get computers to talk to you? I mean, I know that sometimes they have the AIs, and I know Siri has talked to me before.
Well, a computer is just like a person, really.
I don't think he means it like that. You know how I can have words with cats? I think it's something more like that.
Oh,
No different
Anyway.
than
the
having
same
a
way,
conversation.
actually,
Charming meeting
I know
you,
that.
gentlemen, but
So,
I think we should make our way to our seats.
Yes, we shall.
But it was very nice
Engineers
meeting you.
You as well. We hope to see you, and you better enjoy the show because me and DVH were good friends, and I can maybe get you an autograph, a picture if you ask.
As she walks by and goes forward to go sit down, she's gonna just kind of like go to the side where, because Gomon's in the middle of them, right?
Yep.
And kind of just lightly touch Oxford's arm and say in his ear, whisper in his ear, "Be careful," and walk away.
Thank you very much. Virgil, I say through my earpiece. Don't suppose
Yes.
you can check if Garmont's money is for real?
I suppose I can take a look.
Actually, I think I can do
Your
that through a
concerns.
message, right? This.
Oh yeah.
So I can make sure that only he hears it.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and that's a cantrip, so I'll definitely do that. So yeah, instead of like saying it out loud, I just kind of like touch you, and like it's like a telepathic thing, and you can
Okay, in
respond.
which case, like I make a show of like adjusting my cuff, and I just sort of say a little bit like quizzically, "Thank you for the advice."
Is it just one sentence back and forth, or can we talk back and forth?
It's one short reply. You have to recast,
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay.
but cantrips.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so you can keep doing it over and over, I guess.
Just means there's a 6-second gap between every 2 sentences.
Yeah. Okay.
So as we go back to our seats, can Virgil quietly like do a bit of searching and see if you can find out if Garmont's money isn't quite what it should be?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. This is really just like an information
Magical
roll. So
tweeting.
Just tweet out something that says like, "Yo, fake or not."
In our fake episode that we had, didn't I like text message this other guy? The police officer in order to sneak into the thing. Yeah, oh my god.
Okay, so what sort of role am I making?
let's do an investigate.
Do you,
Okay, investigate.
Like a
can we
quick
presume I
investigate.
climbed up, or do you actually need me to roll that?
No, there's very extensive work to put this stage up, so you're okay.
You rolled a
I've rolled a natural 1 there.
You pulled a Ziggy!
I did pull a Ziggy.
I think hers was a 6 with the natural 1 too.
You'll fit in just.
I'm a hacker. Watch this.
Look how
So, Virgil, you're not able to dig up any dirt on Gaumont. It seems like everything that he's done recently is on the up and up. There's a lot of stuff about the Unity rally and the Paris-Barcelona Hyperloop, and him being the real face of the project, but that's really all you find.
I quietly sent a message back to Oxford saying, I can't seem to find anything out of the ordinary.
Very well. I think she said her name was Felicity. Did say to keep a watch, so keep an eye out.
Seems like useful people to have. Seem to be similarly wary of the situation.
Yeah. So did you see what the elf did to that tuxedo?
It was very smart. Did you see how well the elf climbed because of the tuxedo having no armpits?
Play, you're a little bit more perceptive to that sort of thing than me.
That.
We take our seats.
Okay. And
I
the
would
rest
like
of
to, while this show is going on, just be watching around me and seeing if I see anything out of the.
Okay.
Just basically on watch. She doesn't trust what's going on, and definitely something bad's gonna happen. There's a feeling.
Yeah.
Jameer, what are you and your sister going to be doing? Are you going to leave the tent and take seats, or are you going to stay in the tent with Felicity?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go at least scope the area of let's go check out our seats, kind of just to see what it's all about, or how close it is.
All right.
But
You guys,
also, it allows us to get out there and then get a good look around too.
yeah. You guys are literally front row and center. Directly to your right are Gaumont, Virgil, and Oxford.
Hey.
And over to the left, you'll recognize a lot of Dick Van Honk's entourage that you had met on the train.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have literally the best seats in the house. You are smack dab in the middle.
Whew.
And as you go out, the master of ceremony shows up and begins with some opening words. It's DJ I'm Not Sorry. He is actually the MC for the event. And you guys see this massive curtain at the front of the stage just part as he comes walking out with his arms spread open, just kind of like reveling in all of the applause. And he just starts going in about how pro-unity he is, how wonderful it is having Gaumont invite him for this project, and just a general political spiel. And towards the end, he goes, and now for the real reason I'm sure you're all here, Dick Van Honk. And the crowd just erupts into applause.
Can I pull my phone out and do how it's like a selfie with the crowd kind of deal?
Oh yeah.
To see? But
Yeah.
can I also see if there's anything weird as well? In that kind of selfie, since we're in the front, Jameer's gonna stand on top of this seat that he's on and kind of get a full.
Doesn't that just make him normal height?
You know what? This is full to me. Don't take this away from me, Jiggy.
He's got a selfie stick.
Yeah, there we go.
He's
So
reaching real tall.
Oh my gosh.
only I could well, I put my arm out really far as I can, and kind of scope to at least see people going crazy, or if there's anything out of the ordinary in the crowd at all.
All right, roll
it's
perception for me.
Okay. Because I'm getting a panoramic, a video.
In the rafters, Ziggy's going to be watching the crowd, as excited as she is about the concert. She also wants to look for people who are, especially when he comes out on stage, people who don't look excited. People who are particularly deadpan.
Fake excited.
Or might look shifty or nervous.
Okay.
And I'm going to make an argument for why I should get advantage on this roll, which is that Ziggy may or may not have occasionally been that person in the crowd. Here we go, Tara's background.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Jameer rolled an
Thank
8.
Jameer's having a
Except
really
for-
hard time getting the
I'm just-
stick up above the crowd.
Damn, Ziggy with the
Gosh.
19.
I'm trying to study the crowd in the reflection on the end of my umbrella. Can I roll with disadvantage?
Sure. Go ahead.
If you roll higher with disadvantage than I do.
I will laugh.
There's also a couple of people sitting behind you who are very
19.
unhappy that you have an umbrella out in the front row.
You rolled with
Oh my God.
disadvantage and you got a 19.
I can't believe
That's
this.
absurd.
I don't even have proficiency in perception.
Can I roll with advantage since I was looking from the beginning?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to say
I'm-
anything because I'm not good at this.
Come on, do
I'm
another
keeping
19.
it.
But we got a lot of different views here. You know?
What?
Nice.
Wow. I love how your
Oh, no,
advantage
it's the
roll
DC
is
20.
is
That
EE's,
is so good. I love that we're all going to see this at the same time except for
Except for
Jameer,
'cause I'm just like,
tiny and he's standing on the chair.
No, he's
based-
so excited.
I might-
And actually, Dick Van Hog switches the song to his like #1 top song right now called Switch Control, and
ooh.
gives a shout out to his super fan Jameer.
Am I still taking the video at least? Like,
Yeah, and that is why you miss the fact that towards the back right of the stage, there's a it's like where all the crew was arranged before the show started.
So like under Ziggy.
Yeah. So if you're looking directly down at the stage, it'll be at your back left. To everyone else, it's the back right.
Back right. Okay.
You see a little,
Stage left.
yeah,
yeah.
you see a little scuffle kind of break out, and a single person wearing a Thrilling Production shirt, that's what all of the crew that have been around
Mhm.
begins to wander out into the middle of the stage.
I'm
a
gonna grab
couple of
Jameer and draw his attention to it and be like,
Oh.
I think it's happening. And
Oh.
I don't know, like gonna run up to the side of the stage.
Ziggy's gonna jump on them.
Yeah.
She's gonna drop Barrett down.
Yep. Jameer's gonna like
Like,
pull his
I'm
crossbow
not
out.
supposed to do that. Bam.
I draw a pistol underneath my jacket, and I keep subtly waiting, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
Yep. And Jameer draws his crossbow out and looks over at Oxford, and it's just like, what?
So
As a-
just bear in mind, you're in a crowd of people,
Yeah, I was thinking about this.
and there's also a bunch of crew standing behind this guy wandering out into the stage.
Mhm.
Those of you who have seen this before, it is, and Jameer, since they pointed this out to you,
Mm-hmm.
this is clearly a bomber.
So okay, he's got the Bombi shuffle.
Yeah,
Great.
he's got the Bombi shuffle going on.
Cool.
Zombomb.
Virgil,
Zombombi.
stage left.
So
Understood.
Ziggy's gonna spend a key point, take the dash action to drop down. Using Step of the Wind, I gain
Should remember to
advantage
key
then
points,
on my
guys.
attack. I assume I'm moving at least 10 feet.
Real quick, do me a favor. Can everyone roll initiative for me?
Yes.
Oh my God, we're all
That's
gonna
what I was
blow up. And this is where we all die.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh,
to
sorry.
select
Sorry,
your
I didn't.
22.
Damn. Bite.
I need to pop this out. Sorry. Da-da.
Oh, I forgot to give you guys characters. That's okay.
22, 5,
I'll track you two in my head.
So
Pop
far,
this one out.
we're waiting on.
There we
Ziggy.
go.
Oh, Ziggy had a 17.
Yeah, I got a 17.
I gotta show it on this.
All right, I'll call that a. It's a reasonable enough initiative for Ziggy.
That's just a new dance. It's called the Zombie Shuffle.
The zombie shuffle.
Everybody slide to the right.
Hey.
Slide.
Lumber forward.
Slide to the left, slide to the right, spin around and blow up.
Blow up this time.
Blow up this time. Right foot, left bomb.
All right, so Oxford, you are the first one to take action. What would you like to do? So to give you guys an idea, there's about 20 feet to the front of the stage, which is on a 10-foot platform. You guys are still able to, reach up, jump, and pull yourselves up. There are also 2 stairs on either side of the stadium, or of the stage, and it's probably about 20 to 25 feet deep.
So they're about 40 feet away from me if I go straight up. Okay, in which case I'm gonna pull out my other pistol, go guns akimbo. I'm gonna run at the stage, try and vault onto the stage, and run straight up to the nearest Bombi.
All right, roll acrobatics for me.
How many Bombis do we see?
Just one.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay, yeah, you're able to make the jump.
Okay, sweet. I run up to the nearest Bombi, and I'm gonna fire my pistol at close range.
Go ahead. Give me a roll.
Okay.
Don't fire at the explosives.
13.
13. All right, that's a hit.
Okay, that does 5 piercing.
Okay, so you managed to, very fortunately, not shoot into the crowd. You kind of turn as you're going at him so that you're shooting horizontally and avoiding any of the local civilians here. Pop a shot in him. You can see him take the shot, and he kind of recoils from it, but he's still walking, and he's walking towards Van Hunk.
Okay, seeing this, I'm going to then bring up the second pistol, and I'm going to spend a key point to do flurry of bullets.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 2 extra shots. And seeing him just take this bullet and seem to ignore it, I'm going to make him sharpshooter shots.
Okay.
So 1,
They're precious, aren't they, guys?
2, 15, and a 12.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. 2 more shots blow through this guy. You see a huge chunk come off of his arm. He's still moving forward.
Yep.
Okay, no, Ziggy's got a plan.
Okay, so
Oh, good. Go,
be like,
I'm like, aw, precious.
Oh, Jameer's up next, actually.
Yeah. Pump.
I think Jameer's initiative was wrong. He rolled.
Yeah, I had a 6.
He had a 6.
Oh, 6. Okay, he probably didn't have you.
I was like, who got a 19?
Oh, I see.
All right, let me reorder that.
That's
Oh,
probably
geez.
why.
All
Oh, is
right,
that why
Ziggy.
it said that? Oh, okay.
Oh, come on. There you go. Ziggy.
Okay. How far am I dropping?
It's about a 20-foot drop.
Would I normally take any damage doing that? I would. I would take.
Yeah, you would take a D6 if you took it and failed an acrobatics check, but you could try to make the acrobatics to roll.
I'm trying to debate because it's not going to take. That'll be my movement, right?
Oh no, if you make the acrobatics, you can continue moving normally.
Okay, I'm just going to spend the key point.
Okay.
I'm going to step of the wind. So I'm going to step of the wind. So I'm going to take the dash action. I'm just going to drop down. I don't take any damage when I do that. So you just see Ziggy, I would like to, if I need to, just dash to drop down directly on top of him. I would like to land on this Bombi as closely as possible, or right next to.
So if you pop your ring, you can just jump, like leap out of this stage over the air and just like come down in the middle of all of the lights and all the smoke effects. You just see this leaping elf.
That is exactly what she does. Hood up, so she's sneaky. She just like tears off of the rigging, drops the ring, and then tumbles forward, shoulder rolls, stands up in front of the Bombi, and then I'm gonna use. So I normally would get the 2 unarmed attacks, just bonus action. I want to try and use both of them. 1, 2. I assume he's got the cord like he did the last time.
In the back of the neck.
Yeah, he's got that paracord holding the device.
I want to be behind him. So 1 to paracord, and then like paracord with one hand and rip off with the other. So that's what I'd like to use my 2 attacks for. And I should have advantage on both of them.
Yes, you will.
From the parkour.
Yep.
Get it, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to roll both of my attacks with advantage. Both. 22.
That's a hit.
This is their next plan. Okay.
19.
Also a hit.
You matter.
19. What the heck?
Z just barrel rolls in, flips in, paracord, pulls off the explosive, and she just stands there in the stage, realizing that she is now in the middle of all the lights. What do I do? Really awful noise, like.
So What you see, Ziggy, this zombie just tumbles down in front of you, right? Just totally lifeless. And as you're looking across the stage, you see Van Honk, who is just mouth totally agape right now, looking at you like, and behind him, out of the corner of your eye, you notice a familiar figure. Professor Morton.
Oh, fuck, no! She's like,
This guy.
He books it. You see him run into the crowd.
Oh, fuck.
Should I put him up on the screen?
Fucking Professor! She yells that.
I'm like right next to Ziggy. I'm like, sorry, what? I'm missing something.
Him! Shoot him!
You can see, after she points him out, a man just dive into the crowd. He's also wearing one of the same crew shirts. He's running through a big, mass of that crew.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Can I insight Ziggy?
My turn, right? In initiative.
Yes. Felicity.
Yep.
He's running away though, right?
Yep.
I don't think I can use suggestion on it.
Hey, can you
No,
just
he's
not
gonna be
run?
a little out of range.
Okay, so he's more than 30 feet away from me.
Yeah, because he's up way at the back of the stage, whereas the reason you guys were able to reach the Bombi so easily is because he was front and center right in the middle.
Gotcha.
Let me clear. It was on top of the stage.
All right, I am going to then use Fireball.
Okay.
Will that reach him?
What is that, 120 feet? Is it
120 feet. Yeah.
120 feet? Yeah, that'll reach him.
Is a 23 hit?
A 23 will hit.
6 damage. 6 fire damage.
So, as Felicity lets loose this firebolt, you see the crowd of
that's what I was
people that he's running through just hit the deck, and everybody screams, and the result is this massive stampede. Everybody in the rows behind you is just booking it out now.
He's running off the stage, right? Or
Yeah,
he's running
towards the crowd.
on stage,
Yeah,
running.
he's booking it.
Yep, he's running through where the crew was all organized.
I think I still have movement left.
Yeah, what they see is Felicity puts her hand out and her tattoo on her hand starts forming a fireball, and a fireball just rushes out towards him.
Yeah.
Because technically I dropped 20 feet, so I gained an extra 5 feet of movement for every. So I gained an extra 20 feet of movement.
Yes.
And I only dropped down. So I think I still have 60
Bucks are crazy,
movement.
man. Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Can I start chasing him?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. She's like, shoot him! And then she's just running. I still have the bomb in my hand.
Oh, the little thingy? Oh, man.
Because she doesn't know what to do with it,
It's
so
not
she
a bomb.
has a bomb in her
It's just
hand.
the thing that was in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the cybernetic controller. That's
Yeah.
right. So
Right.
you see him take off in the crowd. Give me a perception roll just to make sure that you can follow him. Shouldn't be too hard now that Felicity has cleared the way here.
I was going to say this is
Not
perfect.
terrible.
Yeah, you're able to, judging by the way the crowd is splitting, now that there's a fireball flying through them all, you're able to
She needs
follow.
to. She jumps
And
over
whoever
people.
and it hit the person, right? So they're if they're wearing flammable cloth, which I'm assuming they are.
Yep, you can see him struggling to. He has a backpack on, and you see him struggle to get his hoodie off as he's running, but it looks like you did set fire to the hood.
Okay, cool.
Jameer.
All right. Well, as I kind of look back and it's what the hell is going on in my show? It's kind of sad that everything is ruined. So he starts to take aim down his sight while singing whatever lyrics that were say it just went silent. He's keeping the song going and just singing it at the top of his lungs as I can I aim down to try to at least shoot Mr. Morton in his leg at least.
Yeah.
People thought I said fireball. No,
They
not
said
fireball.
Yeah, they're like,
No, not
Everything's on
fireball.
fire!
Yeah, that'd be really bad if I did
yeah, I was
fireball.
looking for my.
Guys.
I'm not high enough
Yeah.
level for that, I don't think.
I'm looking for my. Hold on, I might screw this up. Okay. I was looking for my Colossus Slayer. I couldn't find it, but I did want to go with because he took damage. So
Yep.
if it's below, it's how do I actually send it in? Just hit the dialogue box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's below his maximum health, so you can go ahead and use your Colossus Slayer. Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm like singing. What was the name of that hit song? I should obviously know it because I'm such a fan.
Switch control.
Switch control. And I go for. I end up like winding up my crossbow. I put it to my feet and draw it and put the bolt into it, and hit him up with some. Colossus Slayer. And in order to actually do it, so I just do my regular roll for my attack, right? First.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you basically just need the person to be hit once.
I'm filled with rage. Yeah, so the firebolt took him
That's
down by whatever.
Not by much, but 6.
But enough. Yeah, exactly.
Enough. It's not
It
maximum
triggers.
HP.
Yeah,
well,
and I'm
unless
just
they have
filled.
temporary HP.
Oh,
You're good though.
okay.
11.
Nice.
So that's actually going to miss. Let's see if you have anything.
That was not the damage. I misread that.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that is
That was damage. You're like, nice. Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
Jameer
Thank you.
clearly filled with rage, obviously, as he's singing, screaming at the top of his lungs.
All right, Jameer,
Sends one
higher or
through.
low?
We're going high. Oh, it is low, isn't it? Kind of, right? Because I am aiming for his butt cheek at least.
Well, when I say high or low, I'm rolling a D100.
Oh, you're asking me like straight up.
He wants to see if you murder someone in the crowd.
I know that's what
No.
I'm worried about. I don't wanna. Okay. Hi.
High? Okay. So you fire off the crossbow bolt. It goes flying off in the correct direction. However, it misses him, goes wide, and sinks into the post of one of the vendor tents.
Why you don't use weapons?
Yep. I'm sorry. I tried. I did try.
All right. Are you going to run after him as well? Try to pursue?
I will actually, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still screaming switch control. Switch control! And I use my move.
Virgil.
I'm like Ozzy Osbourne when I sing, like I have the accent, but then when I sing, it's just like, boom. You can understand every word that I say. So
Okay,
yeah,
so we'll
I'll
say-
start heading after him.
I'm just gonna tell Miriam to stay close to me. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can do
yeah,
an action. I
she's-
can talk for free, right? Like I don't have to be in
Yeah.
the initiative. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like, Miriam, come over here and stay next to me. Don't move.
And she's got a death grip on part of your dress, and she goes, okay.
Yeah, Jameer's just
Right,
like
so-
the worst brother ever, by the way.
Virgil. Virgil. I like the name
Go
Virgil.
out running away.
Yelling switch control.
So I'll say, Mr. Gamont, get down, and I'm going to try and push him down. He's probably already doing that, but you know. it's
The
my job.
audience is like, stop shooting into the crowd, you dinguses.
Zuki has shot
So-
no one, thank you.
And I'm going to look in the direction of...
Hey, I didn't hit anybody. I just hit the dude I was supposed to.
I'm going to look in the direction of this guy I don't know. Like, what are the chances at a glance of him, like, hitting a person in the crowd if he casts a spell?
He's like deep into the crowd, so it's about a 50-50 shot.
He doesn't care. I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Damn warlock.
Oh, man.
Goddamn warlocks.
Okay.
What's your alignment? That's what you gotta look back at.
Mm.
Chaotic
got his
claps of
priorities.
damage.
Yeah, see, I'm chaotic, so.
Chaotic crazy.
That's a 22.
22. Damn.
Okay. That will hit.
Wow.
Doing 7 damage.
Okay. So the fireball hits him on one side, and he's like scrambling to get his hoodie off now. And then as he's doing that, the Eldritch Blast takes him in the other side, and you see him spin, kind of lose control for a second, rebalance, and he just keeps booking it.
Oh, wait.
Oxford.
Okay, I put away one of my pistols, grab my umbrella, And I'm gonna just be like, can't really shoot him without a proper mandate on the contract, so I guess I'm gonna booking it after him. I book it after Ziggy.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash, so I move 80 foot.
Okay. You're closing the distance with him because you're able to run faster than him. He's actually kind of struggling. He's got a little bit of a limp, you notice. He is running across the street toward a restaurant right now. And you see him rip the door open and enter into the restaurant. Just like straight through. Ziggy.
How far away am I?
At this point, it's probably about 200 feet.
I can only get like 150.
You'll be able to get into the restaurant from where you are.
I mean, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna run as fast as she possibly can. Is there any chance she would be able to be in melee range of him this turn?
Not melee range, but throwing, if you have any thrown weapons.
I only have the thing in my hand.
Chuck it at his head.
I would like to throw the thing in my hand at him.
Yeah.
Maybe if you throw it hard enough,
heavy
it'll
is
get
it?
lodged in there.
It's just a couple of pounds. It's pretty light. It's 3D printed, so it's made out of plastic.
Damn it. It's not worth it. Is there a rock I can pick up?
Not
2 rocks I can pick up.
I mean, there's like pebbles on the ground from the street cleaners, but nothing heavy or substantial.
Disappointing. I really should have picked up those explosives, but I spent all my money on healing potions in the beginning of the show. Worst. I don't think I have something that I can throw. So I'm just gonna keep rushing. I'm just gonna dash and rush at him.
All right. So what you see as you enter, Professor Morton is standing at the far end, right by where the entrance to the kitchen is. You notice that he is chucking his backpack into the room. And what's your passive perception? It's like a 14, right?
Yeah.
What you notice is that inside of this room, there's probably at least 80 people. Like, it's a pretty large restaurant.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Oh boy.
And, Felicity, go ahead and switch over so that he's on the screen.
Ooh, okay. Go. Bam.
First, you ruined my favorite sweatshirt, and now you're gonna make me ruin my favorite restaurant?
Okay, that was
Is that
it.
really how we're gonna play this? Okay, look,
What the fuck are you doing?
what does it look like I'm doing? If you don't,
Murdering people.
you guys put up a good show. DVH put on a great show. I'm gonna put on an even better one.
Is there a butter knife on the table and she can just throw it at him while he's talking?
She's the only one in the room with him, right?
I think she's the only one who got there fast enough.
Yeah.
Let me
I'll
know
like
when
a
I get
napkin.
there, but
Yes, throw a knife at him.
I should roll that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just like dunk.
Dexterity, range, play,
18.
because you're not proficient with butter knives, that is going to
I'm
miss.
proficient with
One
throws,
piece
though.
I'm sorry, what were you trying to do there exactly?
Like throwing weapons.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That would be the
Alright,
same
yeah.
as like throwing a dagger.
It's a butter knife.
Yeah, so
Be
Professor
balanced.
Morton, you see this butter knife come like whirring across the restaurant floor, and it actually like sinks into your shoulder.
Ow!
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
No! I'm sorry, you are an evil person!
You don't know me, lady.
You tried to murder me!
Murder's a strong word. I'm trying to put on a little bit of a performance. Now, if you don't back away from me right now, I'm gonna make this show even bigger, okay? You see that bag on the ground?
yourself up as well?
Oh, stop it. I'm not that stupid.
So
Do I
at this
get there?
point, Oxford, yeah, you'll be entering into the restaurant behind Ziggy.
He's not charismatic.
Ziggy is not
one
happy.
hand, umbrella in the other, and there's a guy with a butter knife in his shoulder.
So what are you going to do then, old genius person?
What do you think I'm going to do? It's been the same thing I've been doing this entire time.
I
That
don't
bag-
know! You haven't told us what you've been doing!
I mean, that wouldn't be fun now, would it?
Then why would I know what you're supposed to be doing!
Well, I have a history of explosives. Isn't that obvious?
No! Ziggy's clearly frustrated and just yelling.
Okay, I'll make this small. I'm gonna blow this joint, my favorite joint. I love the truffle butter. Sorry, everybody, it's great. And I'm gonna put an end to this. Have some fun. Tell Evan I said bye-bye.
I shoot is fun. Can I try?
Can I dash? Yes. Again.
Roll with disadvantage.
This
You
is
got
not
this.
Gonna happen, but I
You
gotta
totally got. No, come on. Come on. Oxford.
Before.
Oxford.
You got this.
Oxford.
12.
Well,
The shot goes over his shoulder.
I think you have to have a 13 to hit him.
Yeah, maybe. I know it's
from
not
what
11.
From what we rolled earlier. Damn.
Are we in the restaurant that you're blowing
So-
up? I don't understand, Juicy.
Ziggy, I'm going to say that because he can just quickly hit the thumb on this thing, you can run for it, but you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw if you do.
Totally reasonable. Ziggy is not intelligent, but she will go with her gut.
All right, dexterity saving throw.
All right, roll the saving throw.
Okay. So you just haul ass across this restaurant,
Fuck you!
but it's too late.
Oh,
See the backpack go off, and the whole room just erupts in front of you. You see the blast coming though. Tuck and roll, kick up a table to block the blast,
I'm that good.
and I
She's
think
blown
that's
up
where we're
buildings
going to
before that.
end
She's
today's
still-
episode.
What?
What
I
is
think
with
that's
you
a-
and exploding things? And you're in the room.
he loves.
Look, I gotta do something, right?
So
I'm crippled. I haven't.
I got blown up in my first episode. That's a proper Code 2050 welcome.
That's how you do it. You have
What
an
is it?
umbrella, yo. You can
Hey,
just like
man.
put it out, you know, like
Yeah,
shield
just
it.
put
with-
the
We make
umbrella.
sure that you explode on your first. No, just kidding.
Your first Big D concert?
Your first Big D concert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
It's always an
Ziggy
explosive
grab
experience.
Oxford by the tie to pull him to the ground before she starts running. Get down, you fucking idiot! He's got a bomb!
Do you have any more key points?
Sure, I'll send a key point.
Yeah, I'll charge you key
I'll
points.
spend a key point to go with her. It's fine. We'll do this
Okay.
really.
As long as he doesn't die, yeah.
He's got a bomb! She's running across the room.
So he only exploded the one that restaurant.
That area,
Correct.
then, yeah. With that backpack.
Alright.
Hate him.
Well,
80 people, right?
that is gonna be
Meaty.
it for episode 6 of Code 2050 Chaos. You know what? I'm surprised. I thought like whenever the screen got all messed up, I thought that it showed everybody, but it didn't.
Oh.
Somehow
You took a
it did.
screenshot of it. I was like,
three-
oh, it only showed like half of Jameer and half of the and half of me, so
Uh-huh.
it actually turned out
Three-
great.
3 out of 7 people in the call were hidden, and no one appeared when it went
I know. I was like, oh shh, and then it didn't,
Yeah.
so I was like, thank God.
That's awesome.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you like the spoilers the surprises that were provided here towards the end. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen next. Not next week. Well, next week we're gonna have an episode, so you guys can tune into that. It's gonna be a little different.
Yep.
Ziggy has a lot of rage to work through.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
gonna be
about it.
the start of Arc 3 or?
No, actually. So I guess we can tell people, right, guys, what the episode's about.
Is this the end of Arc 2?
This is the end of Arc 2.
Is every arc gonna end with explosions?
Of course.
Why not?
With Professor Morton.
It's Morton's
He's
thing.
like, if all goes according to plan, yes.
He likes explosions.
Computer science is explosives.
Okay, so I'm getting the go ahead to tell. So what this in between episode is going to be during the off week is it's going to be what Virgil and Oxford are doing that lead up to this day.
Oh, so it's
We'll
gonna
be
be like a
Sick.
prequel. It's gonna be the
That's
prequel.
cool.
A little bit of deja vu.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, Morton.
I'll be
Do
running
you
the
like a
show
track
for that
coach
week,
too,
so-
man? This guy's always running. He's fast, yo.
You guys will have to tune into that next week. But without further ado, we're gonna wrap things up, and then we'll let everybody kind of talk about who they are, where you can find them, and all of that jazz. Which I guess we can start that off. Let's do it a little bit backwards. We're going to start with you, Keo.
Okay. So you can find me at twitch.tv/Keocree and at Keocree on Twitter. You can also find more information out about Code 2050 at our website, legendarypants.net. They also have a Twitch, twitch.tv/legendary_pants, and at legendary_pants on Twitter.
But check them out. If you're interested in the game and you're enjoying watching this, you too can play it as well. And then Random Tuesday. Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me on the internet as Random Tuesday. You can find me GMing in other places called Geek Space TV, running a sci-fi show. We have 2 more episodes left on Wednesday nights, and then I'll be back on Sunday with Roll4It for season 2 of Layla the Vampire Slayer as Imogen Parker. She's the best witch that has ever lived, and I'm not really sure. Is this her accent? Is this how she talks? I think it's how she talks.
Going a
I don't
little
think she was
too much,
quite
but close,
so
yeah.
like London.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
Drifting in
like
that
being more
direction.
posh than I think she really.
I don't think she is.
No, she's not.
Wait, let me practice. Take it off! There we go.
Yeah, that's your line to get you into your voice. Take it off. We have our lovely, normally he's our GM, but lately he hasn't been GMing. I think he's going to be very excited to be coming back into the GM space. Enter Elysium. Tell people where they can find you at.
Oh, you can find me at youtube.com/Enter Elysium, where I play a variety of games, including Kingdom Come Deliverance and things like Stellaris and Hearts of Iron. You can also catch me at twitch.tv/Enter Elysium, where currently I'm pretty much just playing Vermintide because it's great and I'm addicted.
I was going to say more like you're addicted.
Yeah, I'm addicted. It's fine. You can also catch me on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and I will definitely be posting pictures of suits now every Tuesday because I can. I have an excuse.
Sleep.
Well, I think, that's not going to happen now because I've got to be awake at 4 a.m. That's fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will. Sundays, I will be GMing Layla the Vampire Slayer, which is starting this weekend. And then the weekend after, I'm GMing on Saturday Project Cheese Quest, which is going to be fun. And this Saturday is the final Pirates of the Broken Skies, which I'm playing in. And then I'm just going to GM all weekend forever. It's great.
Until the end of time.
It's his idea. I don't know what he's thinking.
It was his plan, so.
He's making up for lost time.
Yep.
He had a month off, and now he's like, I GM all the things.
Fiendin'.
You get the itch. It's like a fucking drug.
Yeah.
It's definitely really fun. And
Binge create, it's like instead of binge watching, it's like the opposite. It's like, must make. Must
You mean
DM.
being productive?
Yeah.
and then Smatter, of course, you've been sitting there this whole entire time waiting for your moment.
Yeah.
Tell us where we can find you at, and man, we got to get you on for like a full episode at some point.
Yeah, that'd be
Absolutely.
great. I'd love that. You can find me at twitch.tv/Smatter with 6 R's. The same thing on Twitter. And you can catch me playing some Overwatch during the week. Maybe this will be the season I get to GM. Maybe not. We'll see.
Different GM.
Tune in to find out.
Different type of GMing.
I meant Grandmaster. Yeah, I shouldn't use the 2 letters.
No, that's my knowledge of it too, man. I wish you the best of luck, my man.
Ugh, I'm gonna need it.
It is definitely a role at some point. And what about you, Bentham? When you're not playing Vigil, what else are you doing?
So yes, I am Bentham, and my YouTube channel is Mangleport Gaming. Don't question it. I play indie games, usually Factorio, occasionally other things, and I do lots of stuff on Roll4It here. I'm in Pirates, I'm in Layla, not in Cheese. That's the list. There you go. And I'm in this now.
Cheese.
And
That
of
cheese is
course,
alright.
we have Tempo. Where can people find you at when you're not donning bandanas and providing them for others to wear as well?
Enabling my younger sister to drink and shooting arrows into the crowd.
You're a
and,
terrible brother.
You also abandoned your sister.
And abandoning her too. Yep, that too. Yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/Tempo with the 0. Also on Twitter, Team Tempo with the 0, as well as YouTube. And this is TEMP0. So yeah, check me out, baby.
We have it. And if you guys want to check out all my stuff, you guys can check it out at Margaret Crone. I do all kinds of variety gaming, as well as I'm on a ton of tabletop stuff here as well on Roll4It. So if you want to see more Roll4It stuff, just click follow here, and so you don't miss out.
And
of
we've
course,
released your character for Project Cheese, haven't we? It's
oh
super
yeah, we
cute.
released my Project Cheese character. I'm like this really fat water bowl, and he's adorable. He's inside of a tomato can, and oddly, all the tomato can suits, costume suits, are fucking sold out. Like, I don't know who's buying them, but they're sold out, like, everywhere.
What?
SoupCon 2018.
SoupCon.
I'm just like, what? Who's buying these things? So I'm not going to be able to wear a tomato can suit, but, you know, we'll figure something out. But you guys can check out those right over here. And speaking of Roll4It, if you guys want to help support us and you enjoyed this show and you want to give us support, you can head on over to patreon.com/Roll4It and give us a little Patreon support over there. There's a whole slew of tiers for you to join up. We have all kinds of goodies. We even have Planet Osiris will be GMing a kind of pirates thing, which will be really exciting, so you guys will definitely check that out if you haven't. And we have all kinds of goodies that are going to be coming along the way as well, so you want to tune into those. And our poster just got put out. It is Amazeballs. She's already working on the next poster for next month, is also going to be Amazeballs, so you just won't want to miss out on all of the goodness that is Roll4It Patreon. And if you want to support us here on Twitch, we have a whole slew of lovely emotes that you guys can get your hands on and spam everywhere, as well as that gains you access to our Discord, just like our Patreons. And if you can't afford to support us in a monetary way, we don't mind other ways. There are free ways that you can support us, and the best way is, of course, watching the show, letting us know how much you guys love it, and sharing it with your loved ones and your friends, that random guy that you see down the street every day, your mailman, potentially the person that sits next to you on the bus every morning, you know, whoever you see, just share the Roll4It love. And of course, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lots of love from all of us. And we're going to go record an after show for our Patreons, so thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time for another episode, the prequel of Vigil and Oxford. So you won't want to miss out on that next Tuesday, right here at 6 p.m.
I don't know why she keeps getting your name wrong, Virgil.
Is it Virgil? Did I say Vigil?
Well, it's my human name anyway. I also have my orcish name, so it's confusing for people.
Did I say Vigil? It's Virgil. Sorry. It's hard to read.
Easter's right around the corner, guys.
I'm kind of blind.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.